Hello everyone, and how's everyone doing today? And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the new Resident Evil. So, without further ado, let's get this started. All I can say to start off with is that it's an amazing experience. We start off at the FBI office where we meet our new character, Grace. She's a shy, not so confident girl. Her boss comes to her and tells her about a new body that was discovered, and it was at the same location where her mother died 8 years ago. When Grace gets to the hotel, it looks like a drug den. It's moldy walls, water damage everywhere. She makes it to a room and she sees photos everywhere. It's of her. She picks up a photo and it's of her and her mother. And then it cuts to black and we go to a flashback. It's the night of her murder. She's on the laptop and her mother comes in. They have a back and forth, usual mother daughter stuff. And then the phone goes off. She asks, "Who is it?" Someone answers, "Is Ashcroft there?" She said, "Yes." They hang up and the lights go out. Her and her mom start to leave the hotel. They're running down the hallway when they run into the manager. Right while they were talking, a hooded man kills the manager. It spooks Grace and her mother, so they start hauling ass and they make it into the manager's office. Grace asks her mom what's going on, and she says, "I'll explain everything in due time." And then, right when she was about to tell her, the hooded man pops up and kills Grace's mother right in front of her. And then the flashback ends. Now we're back in the present, and right before she starts to leave, she hears a phone ringing. She decides to pick it up, and of course, they pull a Michael Myers and they don't say anything. She starts to leave, but she remembers her mom left something behind a painting, so she goes to retrieve it. We see our first new zombie in the franchise. It tries to kill Grace. She fights it off. She grabs the emergency keys, hauls ass. When she gets to the emergency door, she fights the zombie, pushes him out the window. Afterwards, she hears music and heads that way. We run into a mysterious man, and he calls Grace the special one, the chosen one. He grabs Grace and knocks her out. We go back just a few minutes earlier, and we see our boy Leon Kennedy. He's older now. You can see it in his face. And he talks about 6 survivors of Raccoon City who died due to the virus. The dispatcher tells him about the mysterious man. His name is Victor, and about the missing cop. He heads that way and sees a mysterious man carrying Grace. He starts moving that way, and Victor infects people to slow Leon down. Leon, being the absolute boss that he is, kills all the people who are infected and turned. And here are some memorable moments when I first played this game.
Get Brentwood locked down.
What? Is it something to do with Victor?
Yeah. He's the one who's going for all the excitement.
Oh, oh my god, I love that. After playing as Leon, we switch back to Grace. She's tied up upside down and she gets herself down. When she gets down, she starts exploring her surroundings, and then she runs into a dead doctor, and we find one of our other enemy types. Like, hi! Fuck you! Run, run! After we see this critter, Grace runs and hides from it, waiting for the monster to leave. So she goes back for a screwdriver to fix a fuse and unlock the gate. As soon as she grabs the fuse, the lights go out and the monster, let's call her Big Bertha, starts chasing Grace. She makes it to the gate and starts crawling under it, and Big Bertha starts dragging her back. We cut back. We cut to black, and we are back as Leon. Leon arrives at the hospital and heads in. The receptionist talks to Leon and leads him to the doctor's office. Once they get there, the whole building goes on alert, and everyone turns into zombies. Leon kills every last one of them and goes deeper into the hospital. He reaches Grace and pulls out his revolver to blast Big Bertha, knocking her down. The gate starts to go down, separating Grace and Leon. He gives her his revolver. It is called Requiem. And once the gate is shut, Victor walks up to Leon. They fight, and Victor knocks out Leon. We take over as Grace once more. She starts exploring the hospital and finds herself in a guard's office. She heads downstairs and sees a little girl locked up and a dead guy with a badge. We found out the little girl's name is Emily. Grace grabs the badge and unlocks the west part of the hospital. After exploring and doing some puzzle solving, Grace finds a weapon so she can defend herself. She's on the last puzzle, but she needs help because she can't read Braille, but Emily can because she is blind. So Grace goes and gets Emily. This is a new part of the RE franchise. You carry Emily in your arms, but you can't defend yourself if zombies are roaming around. So you either have to kill all the zombies while Emily waits for you in the guard's office, or you could run around them. Emily helps Grace with the puzzle while Grace fends off the zombies. The typical RE4 fashion. The story is amazing in Resident Evil 9. I love it. There is so much more I could talk about, but we'd be here for hours. I just wanted to give you a lay of the land for the beginning of the game. I will say, when you get to the middle part of the game, you'll hit you'll be hit with nostalgia, especially if you played the earlier games. Going back to Raccoon City is an amazing part of the game. You feel like in an apocalypse and it's eerie, even when you're playing as Leon. Now I'm going to talk about the characters in the game. Leon is still the goat of the franchise. You worry about his condition, even though he's infected with the new virus. He still kicks ass all the way to the end. Oh, and if you don't know, he's married. It's in the concept arts, and if you really pay attention to the cutscenes, you see him putting on his wedding ring. Grace is a nice touch to the franchise. She's inexperienced and nervous, especially when it comes to her mom. But by the end of the game, she is confident. She's not nervous. She's not scared. And she is also terrified about Leon. And she's worried about Emily. Emily was a side character who helped the story move along. When I first met Emily in the game, I didn't trust her at all. I thought it was going to be a bait and switch where she's going to be an enemy and we had to kill her. She was evil the whole entire time. Throughout my whole entire first playthrough, I didn't trust her at all. I was like, yeah, she's going to betray us at the end. I know she is. But I'm glad I was wrong. I was so wrong, and I'm glad. I'm glad that she got Grace as a mom. By the way, Grace adapts Emily, and I think that is amazing. Victor Gideon was a good villain. I wish he gotten more screen time, but what we do have with him is still amazing. But yes, there is one more. There is one special note I have to tell you. Wesker is back, baby. He is back. Before this game came out, I did a marathon from Resident Evil 1 all the way to Resident Evil Village. And I told my chat that I felt Capcom would bring back Wesker somehow. When that was revealed, I was freaking the fuck out. This is a small surprise. It's a returning character, Hunk. Hunk makes an appearance at the end of the game. Leon and him have a big fight, and it was awesome and intense. A lot of speculation was brought about Hunk. People were upset that Leon killed Hunk, quote unquote, but the developers know how much Hunk means to the RE community. They left it open ending, where if you come back later on before the final scene, his body is disappeared. So they left it open ending, so if they want to bring him back, they can. He was infected with the new T virus, like Leon and Wesker and Victor and Shiri, like all of them. They were infected with the new T virus. So was Hunk. So I think Hunk will be back in the future installments. But either way, it was amazing to see him again after all these years, and he knows who the surviving members are. He knows about the stars, he knows about Chris, Jill, Leon, Claire, Sherry, Ada. He knows all the surviving members. Now, let's talk about the enemies. I am so glad they brought back zombies. No molded, no spores, just good old fashioned zombies. And it's new and improved. They talk. We kind of see it with Brad in RE3 Remake, but here in RE9, it was a good fresh coat of paint. They weren't repetitive. It was always nice to see the zombies when you're playing. It's also like in Return of the Living Dead, a movie that came out in the 80s. It was the last thing before they turned into zombies. They relived that moment. So they would say over and over again the last thing they said. There was one time in the game, I killed a zombie and she said, "I'm sorry." I felt a little bad because she didn't ask to be a zombie. Victor just turned everybody into zombies. And she said, "I'm sorry." And I felt bad. And I was like, yeah, okay. I feel a little guilty, but not too much. Now we're going to be talking about the voice acting. The voice acting was amazing, top fucking tier, and also the graphics. The graphics were chef's kiss too. It was just so amazing. I love everything about this game. Overall, I will say Resident Evil 9 is the most amazing game in the franchise. It's right below RE3 Nemesis. RE3 Nemesis is my all-time favorite game of the RE in the Resident Evil franchise. But let's be honest, it's neck and neck, meaning it could honestly be up top where it's RE9, then 3 Nemesis. We haven't seen in an amazing game from Resident Evil since 4. Capcom, you did an amazing job. Please take notes on how you did on this game and do the same thing for Resident Evil 5 Remake and 6. When you do 0 and Veronica and 10, I love the franchise so much. I want to see y'all always have bangers. I know it's not going to happen, but I just want y'all to take this into consideration. You listen to the community. We wanted horror. We got horror with Grace. And we got action too, like Resident Evil 4 Remake with Leon. But let's also be honest, there was also horror elements in Leon's section. I forgot one more thing. There's one enemy type that came back and I haven't seen since the original 3 Nemesis and 2. They brought back spiders. Like actual gigantic fucking spiders. And I love it. I'm so happy. When I saw the spiders, I was jumping for joy because I haven't seen them since the original timeline before the remakes came out. So I was so happy to see that. So thank you, Capcom, for really paying attention to the community and listening to us what we want. We want horror and action. It's it can mix perfectly like you did with this game and in 4 remake. Take both of those and just keep that formula and you will have bangers and also good storytelling, but we have that too cuz y'all did an amazing job. I'm glazing the shit out of this game. This game, my overall score is a 10 out of 10. It is game of the year for 2026. It is my game of the year. And I think it can be game of the year. I don't know any other game that's going to come out this year, and I'm going to die on that hill. This is Game of the Year. 10 out of 10. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'm live Saturday to Wednesday on Twitch. Don't forget hit that like button and that subscribe button if you like what I do, and hit that bell notification. That way you'll be notified whenever I drop shorts and YouTube videos. Bye, guys.